Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back with my best albums of 2022 list. I've got a couple that I don't have physically left, specifically four. So I'm going to fire through those, then do some vinyl, CDs, tapes, and then my top pick. So stick around to the end if you want to hear what my favourite heavy metal record of 2022 was. As always with these videos, please feel free by all means to put your own list in the comments. Just keep it dickhead free, so you know, if your list and my list are different, cool, but yeah, don't be at all about it. There's not really any order to this, so if you think the order's a bit weird, I basically split it into formats, but other than that it's random until my favorite album of the year. So yeah, let's look at some heavy metal records. I'm not going to talk about any of them too much because you can read my reviews for that, so let's just get straight into it. First, actually, I was about to show my first. There are four that I don't have, so Miss Thumbing, Deva, Blood Chalice, and Hellish. I will get all of them, I'm sure. I just haven't got around to it yet. So, yeah, those are the first four. But yeah, getting into physical stuff, we have Morbific, Ominous Seep. No, that's the name of the first one, isn't it? Squirm Beyond the Mortal Realm. You can tell that the old one hasn't become irrelevant for me yet. Next, we have the new Cryptworm, which is spewing mephitic putridity. I've really researched this one. I'm so bad with album and song titles. But yeah, the new Cryptworm, spewing mephitic putridity. That's really difficult to say. Well done, guys. Lartane, or The Agony and Ecstasy of Lartane. Really great. Some of their best stuff yet, I think. Of course, A New Autopsy was going to make it. Morbidity Triumphant. This is absolutely killer, and I really love that Wes Ben Scotta artwork. Nocturnal Graves with An Outlaw's Stand. I think this one, because I recall it was quite early in the year, I've not seen too many people talk about this for a while, which I think fickleness is definitely not a good thing. You need, just because something's been out, I mean, there's stuff that's been out for 40 years that's still relevant, so don't let these early year releases be forgotten, because loads of them rule. Next, this one's not really an album, but it's a four-way split, Tetralogy of Death with Undergang, De Acquisitor, Tafos, and Frenolith, of course. Yeah, really cool. It's a split. There's one other, actually, which is here, which is an EP, I guess, but it's Mortuary Drapes mini album EP. It's 4 original new songs and a Merciful Fate cover. It's one of my favourite records this year, so even if it's a bit of a short one, it's Mortuary Drape, it's going in. Next is one of my favourite UK death metal bands, Vacuous, Dreams of Dysphoria. I really like the debut EP, and I like the album a hell of a lot more. Can't wait to see these guys live again. Still a killer live band. Talking of Midnight, again, of course, with Midnight Inc., no Midnight release is ever gonna, if they put out a new release, it's gonna be on here, pretty much guaranteed. I love this band, and I actually think this is one of their coolest records yet. So that's one for the comments to agree or disagree with. And then the second last vinyl, last for now, is Destroyer 666, Never Surrender. Again, one of those bands I've just loved almost every record by. My favourite is Wildfire, but I think this is my new second favourite. There's some real bangers on here, especially Savage Rights, which I was just reading about, is to do with the North Sentinel Island people, so the Sentinelese tribes. It's an island that's part of, I believe, like Indian land, and they were effectively, attempted to be colonialised, or were colonialised. I need to read more about it, but it's, you know, a cool fight song for one of these tribes that haven't been too tainted by, you know, the human race. They've been pretty much wild, which I think is really interesting lyrics to a song, and I think is really cool. So we'll do the cassettes next. There's only 4 of these ones, but the new Sedimentum album, these are one of my favourite death metal bands around at the minute. They're Canadian, and they just rule. I love this album a lot. And I actually think this is one of Brad Moore's coolest artworks. I know a couple people didn't like it because it looked like another one. I actually prefer this one. I can't think what the other one was, though. Next, we have my friend in Armory. Well, friends, I only really know Gustav firsthand, but yeah, really killer stuff. If you like sci-fi and speed metal, I've talked about these guys before. Also on his label, Jawbreaker Records, we have Aquila, however you say that, Mankind's Odyssey, great trad kind of heavy speed metal, and death metal, Schizophrenia, with Recollections of the Insane. They've just putting out a new EP of covers, and they did a really killer Morbid Angel cover, so that's worth keeping an eye on. Now we'll do some CDs. We have the new Chaosian, of course, coming to the UK for the first time next year at Necropolis Fest, along with Undergang, Sequestrum, Vacuous, some other really cool bands, so yeah, check that one out. Corpsest, probably my favourite modern Finnish death metal band alongside Crypts, and the new album really doesn't disappoint. It's a bit more straightforward and simple than the last one, but I really dig it. Iron Flame, some great heavy power metal. It's very like epic sounding, really nice production, really cool. Ataraxy, Spanish Death Doomers, The Last Mirror, and Satan, Earth Infernal. One of those bands that always deliver. You know, after the first classic album, the second album, which I guess divides opinion, and then all the comeback albums I think have been really killer. Golgothan Remains, their new album, Adorned in Ruin, that was a really cool one. Conquest, Time and Tyranny. I don't think there's too many bands that sound this much like Heavy Load, and in my opinion, that's no bad thing. If there's some other Heavy Load worshippers, then let me know, but yeah, Conquest rules. Lucifer, of course, one of my favourite ones, Iron Shackles, High Roller Records. It's a side project of the Vulture guys, and I really hope they do another one, because this album I like just as much as Vulture. I did a really cool interview with them as well, with Stefan, the guitarist, and singer. I think he sung on that one. He's got a really good singing voice. Talking of great singing, Riot City, Electric Elite, some of the best new wave of traditional heavy metal. Some people seem to find it, has said that this band get too much love, and I disagree entirely. I think they fully deserve it. Next we have Sacrificer, some really good speed metal, really love this one. Again, this is one I've not seen too many people talk about. Then the vinyl's just come out, which was delayed, so hopefully that refreshes some memories. I still just have the CD. And Necromante with, I guess, 11 XI, Roman numerals for 11. Amazing stuff, just first wave black metal brought back to life from Chile, I believe. And we have blistered through this really fast, which I kind of wanted to do because these videos can drag on, and most people seem to already have their lists up, which, I mean, I saw some go up in November, and it's like they didn't want to stick around for the December stuff, maybe, but yeah. My album of the year, which is probably predictable as fuck for many of you, but I don't care. If you like heavy metal, if you like to thrash, if you like evil extreme metal, it's all here. Electric Warfare by Deathhammer, Norway's finest, in my opinion. Two-man band, of course. Got to meet one of them, a very drunken Sergeant Solston at Abyss Festival. Really cool guy. Did an interview with these guys, got all their stuff. Kick-ass band, and Electric Warfare is easily some of their best stuff to date. So yeah, if there's one album that I'm going to say, take into next year, blast it loud, you know, this is it for me. On Hell's Headbangers, just pure thrash metal Armageddon, Norwegian style. Fuck yeah. And that is my top 30 albums of 2022. That's probably the quickest I've done one of these videos. I'm not going to bother listing all these in the description just because A, I'm lazy, and B, if you can't search an album title into Google, then yeah, I don't think any of these are too hard to pronounce. If I've said one and you're not sure what I've said, just timestamp it and I'll reply in the comments. That's fine. And yeah, listen to heavy metal. Have a good winter solstice, Yule period, whatever you celebrate. I probably won't be back before New Year's. So yeah, fuck yeah. See you in 2023. Stay metal.